Who's a big contender in the state. Yeah, he's a regular main state. Yeah, yeah. It could be tough. Like sometimes it's been difficult for me to adjust when like at majors or other things. Like I get seeded against somebody who's really tough really early, or I get a bye into somebody who is underseeded that I think is like really strong. Because it's really hard to find your flow at that point. There's not very much room for a mistake, and if you're not ready to deal with the fact that like not everything might go your way, and you only have. Luckily here it was all best of 5, but when you got like a best of 3 and it's 2 games and you might be out, that's really tough to get your engine started. So props to you for making it happen. Yeah. Get a flow. Yeah. Yeah. It's tough because like if you have something in your mind that you want to do, and then you're trying to execute it, but it's not quite right, you'll keep going back to the well. You're rolling dice that you know are loaded against you, but you feel like you have to throw them, like instead of being like, what other stuff do I have in my pocket? Yeah, sometimes zoning out like makes it so that you just do what your subconscious tells you to do. Yeah, it's true. Tournament is crazy. Like sometimes when you're just like you're doing things that are good, then the next thing that you do that's bad will still work because they're just in such a bad spot. They're trying to account for those things you might do something unexpected. But it is good to do good things, for sure. Like at Tech, like when I was getting good, a lot of my focus was just on not doing the bad thing. Like if you have a dash attack habit, don't go for it. If you have oh no, you should. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, I got an important text, but yeah, doing the good thing cannot happen if you're doing the bad thing. That's something important to remember. Yeah, this Ronan Fox is crazy, but Ronan said he's getting the Fox experience. He was kind of slumping for a while as Falco and losing some close sets. Maybe he wants the consistent Spacey who just honestly outplays his opponents. Yeah. Everybody's just experimenting before tipped off, We all know where the marbles are at. Oh my god. It looks so funny and cheap because it's like all these tech chases, like as Puff, you could just read for it and you just kill him instead of the random stuff. I know. We've been chilling. And for good reason. I mean, God, we got free venue fee here if you signed up for Tipped Off. That's $8 off your order. Exactly. Tipped Off is a can't miss type of event in Georgia. Like, literally, you don't have to drive anywhere unless like you guys are coming from like an hour or so away. Oh, half hour? Yeah. That like. Yeah, and for me coming from my house, it's 20 miles and usually like 45 minutes. So it's like even in town, like it's kind of a drive, but like as compared to like somebody from Alabama, Albert King, you gotta go. Exactly. I love planning those trips though. Like if you got a car of people who are down to drive, like down to ride, it's only like 3 hours. I'm always down to drive 3 hours. 2 is super easy. Those are like the places where like I met the most people, got the most games, felt the most accomplished when I like did well in bracket. Cause like here in Georgia, like you don't know quite who's the best and who's been performing, but at the same time like oh my god, just killing them. But it's kind of great to have that feeling after like you've sussed out Georgia. You attend a bunch, like you and keep coming, you'll get that itch to play with these other people. Yeah. Sick. Nice. Oh yeah. Well, what I always say is that like there's so much like stream matches and like tournament matches these days. Like you can go on this website called vods.co and each of them person. But and you can like search for your character versus another character even, and then like just see what they're doing, and then literally like you could hit me with a clip and say like how did they do that or why did they do that. Like if you can't seem to like find the things that you want to do, and then like you can just practice those. Like people just listen to music and practice. They're like get on the platform, she'll drop off with the bear. There's a lot of like trials that you can do, and it's just kind of fun to just zone out. Like we were talking about, like not really overthinking it, because you can like try and be like really in it when you practice, but like that's not gonna help you in the long run. Yeah. Oh, dude. For me, like as a 2012 player, like it took me. I was having a complex over L canceling. I was just like, my percentage of hitting it is like so low. How will I ever get good at it? Sheet's not even like that hard to L cancel with. So I was just like, oh my goodness. I think so, just because like controlling your drift is hard, but I do think like you get to do a lot of aerials from further away as kind of zoning. Like if you're doing a down air or something, like you kind of know when it's gonna be, instead of like trying to like be really tricky with it. When you hit shields, maybe it's harder. But I've always thought Luigi with aerials is kind of similar to Sheik, but just with no drift. So I mean they both don't have much, but the fair is almost the same, not quite. Fair is kind of similar. You just use down air with Luigi in the first place. I could have fallen there. Probably still would have gotten punished, but trick Spaceys with the very low nair. Oh my god, Soap, stop. Hit his head. Oh. I like that because sometimes you make them jump, but I've realized that like when I jump out there for those, I need to be just waiting. Just wait to jump. Let's get back to the match slightly. Ghostsoap up 2-0. So clean now. I don't know what the difference is between Ronan and Eclipse, but there's something magic in the air for a young one man. Maybe Soap's just figured out his Falco strat. Just executing. Oh, terrible. I like doing down smash even though there's a lot of gaps. Crash cancel wars. Ronan winning, but not really committing for covering a tech option. Time again, but just slightly outplaying all of these insane. Make it happen. Okay. Oh, in a lot of dares, but. Our streamer is so biased against Ghostsoap. He hates gingers. I just don't know what he has against them. Yep, that crash is not going to do what you want it to do. Yep. And so playing it super close to him, winning it out. I was nervous for him. Anytime you scrap with Falco at high percent, or you're at low percent, you're risking a lot. Didn't get it. Could be everything. Okay, huge. He's boxing it in, but Ronan's so confident to do some of these areas, but just a little unspaced. Super confident on these tech coverages. Oh my, he's scrapping. He's up. He's got Falco right where he wants it. Oh my god. The cook. He's chefing.